First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhung. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Dubten Tarshi. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Golden Mother, the great sovereign of the primordial jade pond, and all the deities. Sumo, Tanzan Gato, Tatan Siddhi, Tatan Kama, all Dhamma masters, Dhamma lecturers, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma tutors, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
Hola amigo, que quiero mucho. Scoin, Ichiban, Chimuchi, Chumi, Yapi, Purin Purin, Konnichiwa.
Now I would like to announce for next Sunday, July 28th at 3 p.m. there would be Yamantaka Homa fire offering ceremony. How long has it been since we had Yamantaka Homa before? A long time. Yamantaka of Vajrayavara.
Yamataka Om Te Om Sri Kalarupa Om Tan Soha.
That's the mantra. So this deity and Akalanata are grandmasters, protectors. So we can say that this deity is grandmaster's first protector. So the Yamantaka that I learned was through Dubtanima, Master Dubtanima. And Dubtanima was a disciple of Kantuk, living Buddha. So I have the Yamantaka tantric practice sadhana with me. So Dubtanima during the Qing dynasty was in the palace, specialized in transmitting tantric dharma and translating the sutras. So the disciple of Dubtanima is Dubtantali, and then the Dubtantali's disciple is Dubtantarji, and Dubtantarji's disciple is Dubtanchimo, and I am Dubtanchimo. So there is a lineage. That's very important. Generally speaking, if you learn tantric practices without lineage, can be done, but you will go a long way. That may not be right. But by having the lineage and the cultivation
传承是很重要的。
practices, then you will walk on the right path. That's why I say lineage is very important. When in my cultivation of Yamantaka, when he came to support me, he turned all the ocean water.
很威猛。
So this deity is truly formidable and majestic.
他是文殊师利菩萨的化身。
He is an emanation of Manjusri Bodhisattva.
那么这个大威德金刚呢，在日本东密
And in Japanese Tantrayana,
弥陀佛的化身。
Yamantaka is considered an emanation of Amitabha Buddha. So Amitabha Buddha, Manjusri Bodhisattva, and Yamantaka, we can say they are from the same system or lineage
他的顶首，他的顶
or line.
就是文殊师利菩萨，
So his crown is Manjusri
这是
Bodhisattva.
很大的金刚神，
So this is a great
彩虹
Vajra deity.
尊，他就是目前就是大
So right now at the Rainbow Temple,
化王金刚，
the main deity
细金刚，
is Yamantaka, with Mahatara Heruka to the right and Hevaja to the left, to his left.
就是下个礼拜天7月28日，
So next Sunday, July 28th, 3 p.m., there would be Yamantaka Homa fire offering ceremony.
我们今天是做瑶池金母的护摩。
Today we had Golden Mother Homa,
那当然是没有话讲，
and of course, there's no more to say about
我从
Golden Mother and Grandmaster.
变成学道学佛，
So
金母的关系。
it's because of Golden Mother that I changed from being a Christian to start studying Buddhism. We all know that. And without Golden Mother, there would not be True Buddha School, Grandmaster Lu, or today. So Golden Mother is very crucial.
哦，是100%，120%吧。
So I'm 100% or 120% toward respectful toward Golden Mother.
我今天看到这个
Today,
我们父母前面那一尊瑶池金母像，
when I saw the image in front of the Homa fire hearth,
就感应，
as soon as I joined my palms,
就感应。
just by joining my palms, I especially feel the spiritual response already very swiftly.
跟我
In my bedroom
我个人用的洗衣间
and my personal
小的客厅
bathroom and the little living room,
尊瑶池金母，
I have 8 statues or 8 images of Golden Mother.
左手边
To the left of my bedroom,
跟虎头金刚，
there are Golden Mother and Tiger Head Vajra.
右手边
To my right,
要的
where I sleep,
右手边的一个小客厅里面，
there's that little room.
大金母、
There's
三金母，
the major, the first Golden Mother, second Golden Mother, third Golden Mother,
老二、老三，
When you think that's the
其实不是，
number 1, number 2, number 3 for Golden Mother?
大金母
No. The
人家刚
the great
来的
Golden Mother
啊，这个中委会那一尊啊，
was
中委会那一尊摆在
given by the one that's in the True Buddha Foundation.
有破裂吗？
And when they sent it here, it was
人呐，又另外
it
再
cracked. So we told the person who gave that. So they give another one,
只有一尊
and it's bigger.
特别供奉。
And so I refer to her as the Great Golden Mother, especially in shrine.
的坛城，
And the second Golden Mother is the one that I already have on my little altar there, our little shrine. There are 2 images, so I call them the second Golden Mother.
尊金母
And Master Changren from the
白脸
10 Directional Chapter in Hong Kong
又是黑脸，
offered 3 Golden Mothers, one with the
三金
golden face, white face, and black face. So I called them the 3 Golden Mothers. So 2 Golden Mothers.
两尊
So 1 Golden Mother,
六尊，
2 Golden Mothers, and 3 Golden Mothers. So that's 6.
就
And then plus 2, that would be 8,
大客厅
just in my room. And then in the big living room,
镶宝石的
it's the jeweled Golden Mother.
金母，真
So
正的佛堂
she's embellished with all precious jewels.
那里
And in my shrine,
要自己
there's also Golden Mother. So how many total then at my home?
有时候也算不清。
It's impossible to count.
我的那个真正的坛城，大坛城是在地下室，
My real shrine is
瑶池镜
underground
跟新的瑶池镜，
or in the basement.
总共加起来是
So altogether, the original one and the new ones.
就有
So over 10 Golden Mothers at the South Mountain Lezang Temple.
禅文上师的，本来在我生日之前要送来一尊的，
Master Changren was about to offer a huge Golden Mother before my birthday.
手千眼摇
It's this big. The one with the 1,000-armed, 1,000-eyed Golden Mother. This big.
因为第一个
However, because
那时候
one,
那一尊是中国雕的了，
that statue was sculpted in China.
瑶池镜母，
1,000-armed, 1,000-eyed Golden Mother.
美中之间的贸易战，
And because of the trade war between China and America,
没有船，
there's no ship
还要印这一尊金母，
and they have to charter a ship
还有两个网，
and a special cargo to ship
洗净
this together with 2 more protectors, Vajra and Ushima.
一共有3尊，要一个
So altogether 3 statues, a really big
还
one.
有一个千手千眼观音，那个
And then the 1,000-eyed, 1,000-armed
就是
Golden Mother.
我家真的就变成南山雷藏寺。
So my house will really turn into the South Mountain Lezang
在
Temple.
门口放2个金刚神，
And he also said that he would place 2 Vajra deities at my front door.
鸡呀，
What is that? The Vajra
尊摆在大
Vajra God. the one that show the chest, 2 of them at the major main doors. Let me tell you, Simo and I planned to give the True Buddha Tantric quarters to True Buddha school institutional organizations, and also the South Mountain Retreat will become the South Mountain Museum and will also be given away. And my residence, the South Mountain Retreat, the assessment by a real estate agent is worth 12 million, and we will not inherit it, we will not give it to anybody, but to Buddha school organizations, and also True Buddha Tantric quarters will also be given away. And also the South Mountain Retreat will be given to Leizang temples organizations, because once we are gone, what use are they? And our children have their own lives, and money is outside our body. We cannot bring that with us. And inside them there are many precious items. And let me share a secret. There is a golden mother forehead at the brow. With a diamond of many carats. Diamond. That's the most expensive thing. So don't tell anybody. It's a real diamond, and it's several carats. I cannot tell you, but I've told you now. But you don't know which one, right? With a real diamond. Which one is with the real diamond? You don't know, right? So Golden Mother is the one that I most revered in the future, would protect, and she also care for me the most. If I have any issues with my body, I would cry out to the 1 Golden Mother, 2 Golden Mothers, and 3 Golden Mothers, please help. And then I tap on myself, and sure enough, I get better. So Golden Mother, really, all my life, it's just Golden Mother, and of course Amitabha Buddha and Siddhikarma Bodhisattva. They are my 3 root yidams that I highly revere or emphasize. I have talked about this in the Donghuang grottos or caves. So Golden Mother, the Donghua Dijin, the East Emperor, and Padma Kumara are together, 3 of them. And also there's the one with Sakyamuni Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, and Padma Kumara. All 3 together in the Donghuang grotto. No wonder why they're looking for me. Now I know why they look for me. So that's it's an affinity that you can't get away from. As a destined affinity. The weather is better today. A few days ago was hot. It's so hot. But the friend asked, but how come you never sweat? And then they replied, because when I feel hot, I just open my wallet. Then I would feel cold in my heart because you have no money. There's one thing is strange. When it's hot, most people sweat, but not Grandmaster. Grandmaster doesn't sweat. And I don't know why. But now I've learned not to sweat. I feel cool all over my body. I saw Kai En's elder sister, the fourth sister. Is she here? Is Kai En here? Yeah. Oh, you're there. I didn't see you, I just saw your sister. So I only saw your elder sister and not you. I thought something happened to you. Angel. It's good you have. Are you still making Golden Mother's elixir? Please give her a microphone. She specializes to make the Golden Mother's elixir. It's okay, you can say it. Just say whatever that you can. Longevity elixir, and now it's rejuvenation. Then that one I should take. And what else? Golden Mother asked me to come here. What did she say? The rejuvenation elixir will make Grandmaster healthy and energetic in the essence, spirit, and chi. Okay, thank you. I only want the rejuvenation elixir. Like the golden elixir. If you can make one so that I can become like 20 years old and have the power of those in the 20, and the mastery of my 60 years, close to 60 years of cultivation. And what other elixir are you making?
你讲啊，不用客气啦。
Don't be embarrassed. Just say it. Everybody's listening.
啊，
Just say it.
我现在是在学这个，
That's internal alchemy, you know.
什么？
我还在学这个。这两个。
他还在学。
常说金蛋在生日过后的第一
The longevity elixir I have offered to Grandmaster on your birthday,
学还没
and I'm still learning
搞了半天。
the rejuvenation elixir. So, after all this, you haven't even done it. It'll take a long time,
个月的。
many months.
我人如果不在娑婆世界，那怎么办？
And by the time you are done, if I'm not in the Saha world anymore, what can we do?
好了，请坐，请坐。
Okay, please be seated.
他专门在练瑶池金母的金丹。
She specializes in making Golden Mother's elixir, and they're all intangible, formless.
那我记得他曾经去住在那个摩天
I remember she stayed at a motel
坛城
and she set up
练金丹的坛
the altar for making the elixir,
那个摩天里
like the alchemy.
面的人去报告那个
And
摩天的 owner，
so
那个 owner 跑到
the motel guest told the owner, and they came to her room and was shocked what's going
跟
on,
他讲，
and then told her,
摩天不能让你住，
you cannot stay at this motel anymore.
财富
So she's prohibited to stay
在
there.
那个摩天里面还摆很多的奇奇怪怪的这些，
And so she
他每天在那边练。
put lots of weird things and practicing
笑死
to make the elixir. So the boss was really
怪
shocked.
的事情。
That's something quite strange, quite
所以这世界上的事情呢，真的是无奇不有。
unordinary.
看我，
There are many strange things in this world. Golden Mother is incredible. She chose this beautiful lady
炼金丹给师尊，
who practice
都有特别
and make this elixir for Grandmaster. Every week when she comes, she would have something.
我这下是金母，算是好意吧。
Jintan. So that's a nice. It's nice of Golden Mother. It's her kind intent.
有一个刚进公司的一个
Still wrought assistant
本上第一天到公司呢，他就打扫办公室，
hired a new
卫生，
janitor, and on the first day,
小花浇水，
she tidied up the desk and watered the little plant.
花开的时候，总会有人夸我。
And this assistant, actually not janitor, assistant was thinking
都没有什么
that maybe when it blooms, people will praise me. But after a few months, there's nothing.
誓言对我讲，
And then one day,
谁这么无聊，天天给我桌上的
the boss said,
花浇水，
someone is so dumb watering my fig plant
他给他浇
every
水，
day.
花是假的。
So that's a fig one.
老公向老婆保证戒烟。
The husband promised the wife to quit smoking.
我在沙发上睡3天。
If I smoke again, then she can punish him to stay on the sofa for 3 nights.
沙发上睡了3天。
So one day,
第4天，
the wife saw the husband secretly smoke, so he slept on the sofa for 3 nights. And then he smoked again, so another 3 nights.
差不多1个月、2个月。
So just like that for 2 or 3 months. Finally, the wife couldn't stand it anymore. And then at night,
睡沙发的老公讲，
took and told the husband on the sofa,
你是戒色。
you're not trying to stop smoking, but you're stopping sex.
我喜欢讲陈纯芳的那个笑话，有时候
I like to tell Linda's jokes, some very funny.
蜗牛吧，
A snail, a mother snail,
蜗牛带着女儿蜗牛，
brought her daughter
亲，
daughter snail for arranged marriage. And then the daughter snail said, I'm only 12. I'm too young
就跟这个
for marriage date. But the mother said,
到那里
oh, be rest assured, by the time we get there, you will be 18.
因为蜗牛走得很慢。
Snails move very slowly, right?
那我们现在进入主题哈，你问我答。
Now we'll get to the main topic, Q&A. From Malaysia, Lian Hua Yi Chong.
顶礼尊贵的莲生尊者，大妈
Homage
是我的问题。
to the precious
我们都知道
Venerable Lian Seng, the great master.
有很多的化身，
I have a few questions. We know that Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva has many manifestations, such as White Tara for longevity, Arya Avalokitesvara for enrichment,
财神，
the Ganapati, which was a transformation of Avalokitesvara for wealth, Hayagriva, the horse-headed
见观音虽然
wisdom king for protection, and Avalokitesvara for purification.
极真
So we can see that although Avalokitesvara is a single bodhisattva, he can perform the 4 activities of purification, enrichment, magnification, and subjugation. So given this, should I differentiate between them? The 18 Padma Kumaras are the same. They include white, yellow, red, and black.
要爱
Also embody these 4 activities and all manifestations of Amitabha.
但做
So if you seek wealth, you pray to Ganapati. If you seek love, you pray to Ragaraja. As Buddhist disciples, we are taught to eliminate the mind of differentiation and not attach to the form. So when should we differentiate and when should we not differentiate?
是说，像
That's the question. Like Guan Yin, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva,
住监史，松赞干布的住监史，
reading
松赞干布
the hagiography of the king Songtsan Gampo, who was a Tibetan king.
来历，他出生的时候啊，
So when he was born, above his head there was a small Amitabha Buddha on his crown.
松赞干布
That's Songtsan Gampo.
身是谁的化身？
And he himself
珞珈山的
was an emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva from Mount Potaloka.
他娶的妻子，
And his wife,
我们知道尼泊尔
one is a princess from Nepal. and called Princess Vimalakirti.
她是白度母的化身。
And she was an emanation of White
她娶了
Tara.
唐朝
And he also married Princess Wencheng from the Tang Dynasty, China.
文公主，
And Princess Wencheng,
我们就称为唐妃吧。唐朝的妃子，
so the
好
Tang
的那个，
queen from the Tang,
她是丽度母的化身，
was an emanation of Green
是
Tara.
丽度母的化身。然后她娶的
And
象雄，
he also married
阿里，
Ali.
一个木姓的大族，木
It's
的木日，
the Mu clan.
那个叫木辉，
So she's referred as the Mu consort, and she was the emanation of
有来历的观世音菩萨，
also Avalokitesvara
观世音菩萨的化身。
with the great origin.
家族都是观世音，
So the whole family, the whole clan
家乡的观世
is Avalokitesvara's origin.
明辉呢，
Songtsan Kampu was Avalokitesvara from Mount Putaloka,
成公主是丽度母，
and the Princess Vimalakirti, White Tara, Princess Wencheng, Green Tara, and the
象雄
Princess Mu, also Avalokitesvara. And the area, Xiangxiong, is the area of the Bompo.
佛教的教主，
And according to Songtsan Kampu, the
观世音菩萨
chief of the Bompo tradition, Siang Tongpa, was also an emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So I found that very strange.
也是观世音菩萨化身。
So Xiamipa,
他破坏整个西藏的这个宗教，奔波教我们知道是黑教嘛，我们晓得是黑教，为什么要这样子做？
and he was the destructor of Buddhism in Tibet. How come?
因缘所在，都有他的。
There are actually causes and conditions about
这
it.
样子才有戏看。
Because in this way, there is something to watch, like a drama
很奇怪
that we
的
can
事情。
watch. That's something really weird.
所以，我们对于这世界上的这个各个宗教，老是不能藐视。
So therefore, we cannot look down on all the different religions,
奔波教，
because the Bonpo tradition too
它的供养
has their own purpose, and they sacrifice lambs.
在护摩火上面烧的是前羊，
So what they burn above the fire
我是研究
were all lambs.
他以前
I studied the Bible.
他也是在做护摩哎，
When Abraham made the offering or sacrifices, that's also Homa.
养的也是前羊哎，
And he also offered lambs.
是
It's written in the
里
Bible.
面有记载，
And it's also
供养给上帝耶。
written in the Bible that he offered his son to God.
哎，你们有研究圣经的吗？
So anyone studying the Bible,
他把他的儿子也供养给上帝。
right? Abraham offered his son to God, right?
用羊来代表儿子，
So the lambs symbolizes the son.
回教有一个节日是杀羊的节日，
And in Muslim, there is a day where they would sacrifice lamb and then offer
简单了，真的，我觉得
lamb, the meat, to the whole village. So after studying all different religions, I
连六
discovered
都不可以轻
that you cannot look down upon even the six deviant
道理。
path. They have their own
什么时候开气，
reasonings and
不
purposes.
开气氛。
So they ask when to differentiate and when not to differentiate. It's hard for me to say because I don't know what level you're at. Nian Hoa Yi Chong from Malaysia. If you can come to Seattle, then I will tell you. First, let me see you. Let me see your spiritual root. So, when you should differentiate, or you're supposed to differentiate, then you differentiate. If you are not supposed to, then you don't. Because there are many times and many things in this world that should not be differentiated. See, everything is in the system of Avalokitesvara. White Tara, green Tara, and that the princess or the queen from Xiangxiong. So the Avalokitesvara from Mount Putaluka, which is the king, Sungchang Kampu, married all of Avalokitesvara's emanation. So how can you differentiate? So what's recorded, he married the Nepalese princess first and then the Wenzheng princess. When Princess Wenzheng was arriving, the princess from Nepal stopped the meeting because of jealousy. So the princess from Tang dynasty that arrived in Tibet and was about to meet the king, the princess from Nepal especially stopped that to happen. So because of her jealousy, so that's like White Tara is discriminating against green Tara. So how can you differentiate, or how can you evaluate or judge? They all belong to the same system of Avalokitesvara. They shouldn't differentiate, but there are still some differentiation. So I need to see you, Nian Hoa Yi Chong, in order for me to know when you should differentiate and when you should not differentiate. The founder of Bon was Thonpa Shenrap. And Grandmaster once said that some monks chant Amitabha as Amitofo. But that's in the movies. It must be pronounced as R and not O, because R sound is crucial and it holds the secret of the universe. And there are many variations of the Great Compassion Mantra worldwide and online. Even into the school, disciples in Taiwan and Malaysia pronounce the Karma Eradication Mantra different due to cultural and regional differences. My question is the correct pronunciation important? People chant with sincerity and the Buddhas respond. Which one is more important? Do the deities differentiate in their blessings based on the pronunciation of the mantras? Should we prioritize sincerity or correct pronunciation? If an elderly person who is near death struggles to chant Amitabha, and I teach them just to chant Buddha, and they can do so with undistracted focus, is it possible for them to be reborn to the Pure Land? Thank you for the precious Master for your answer. This issue about mantras is a big issue. In Taiwan, that's at the Lotus Lianse. That's only 4 syllables. That's how I would chant. 莲社, which is the Pure Land
那
school chapter in Taiwan.
阿弥陀佛，就是阿弥
And I chanted in Taiwanese. 阿弥陀佛.
阿弥陀佛，台语
Quite close.
就是阿弥陀佛，国语的阿弥陀佛
That's Mandarin Chinese.
应该差不
They're
多。
quite close, right?
你客家话念阿弥陀佛怎么念？
And how about in Hakkanese?
我知道了，客家话就是国语跟台语之间呐，
I know Hakkanese is in between Mandarin and Taiwanese.
发音都不一样的，
So the pronunciations are all different.
就可以的啦。
So, but really, as long as you put your heart into it, that's good
差
enough.
太多了啦。
But in the movies, that's too much.
电影
It's a little bit too much
间呢，
off.
阿弥陀，
You know, in the movies,
阿弥陀，
that's how they chanted it. That's too big of a difference.
一下。
So I
台语
corrected
国
it
语都差不多，客家话
because
就是阿嘛。
Chinese, Mandarin, Taiwanese, Fukienese, Hakkanese are all the same.
吽，三日名嘛。
And mantras too.
央抗，嗡啊吽，当然都会有别，
Om Ah Hum.
当然都会有差别。
Of course, there's slight
像那个香港
variations of pronunciations,
那个
like Hong Kongese,
香港红教有一个叫做
Nyingma tradition
刘业之，
was called Liu Yizhi, who admitted himself that the mantras that he chanted were with Cantonese
不会
dialect.
很准，就是这个红教的，这个
He said it himself.
广东话的咒语。
So Cantonese pronunciation,
那
not so accurate. He said it himself. And the mantras that my gurus taught me, like Master Pufang,
Om, Brom, Om, Brom， 这真正的咒音呐、那个 Om, Brom,
the real mantra is Om Brum.
Om, Brom。那王上师就
But
念
Master Pufang chanted it as Om
王
Bulin.
上师的
And because I learned from Master Pufang,
Bulin, Om
so I
Bulin,
teach everyone to chant Om Bulin, Om Bulin. And we have a disciple called himself Om Bulin.
Bulin 是唱歌的，他唱的声音很好
He's a singer and he sang quite well.
蛮好听的。啊，Om Bulin 是从哪里来？普方上师那边念出来。
So Om Bulin came from Master Pufang. It was chanted that way by Master Pufang. And Master Pufang was Taiwanese.
我发觉是
And the true mantra
Om Brom， 但是念成 Om Bulin， 那没有关系。
is Om Brum, but it was chanted as Om Bulin. But it's
佛
okay,
菩萨知道，
in my opinion, that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas know that we are chanting Om Brum. That's good
真
enough.
的能够做到一心不乱。
Really, if you can be single-minded,
三会弥勒菩萨下
the
来
3 meetings of the dragon flowers,
三个字哎，
when Maitreya descends, he just used 3 words.
只要念会三个字就行了，就是
So, just those 3 words. That's his deliverance of sentient beings.
就是南无佛，南无佛。
And that's Namo
你
4.
只要看到弥勒菩萨，你念南无佛，
Namo 4. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddha.
弥勒菩萨的
Whenever you see Maitreya,
佛是进到你的心里，
so Maitreya would use the Buddha consciousness into your heart, and then you would follow Maitreya to go to the Buddha verses.
印尼
That's the 3 assemblies of dragon flower. In Indonesia,
南无不达。
we would say Namo Buddhaya.
我们 念的是南无佛。
And for us, we would say Namo Pho.
南无
In Chinese, Namo
你
Pho.
会念南无
In Indonesian, Namo Buddhaya.
佛，弥勒菩萨龙
So you're taking refuge in the Buddha, and then Maitreya would guide you to the Buddha land, Buddha verses.
5个字，
In Indonesia, 5 syllables. Namo
大
Buddhaya.
概比较准。
That would be more accurate.
这个印尼的话有点接近巴利，
Indonesian language is close
一样，
to Pali language.
接近巴利文，
The pronunciation
的是巴利文，
is closer to Pali.
我用的是巴利文，
And during the era of Sakyamuni Buddha, that was Pali language.
所以
Pali
斯拉玛
text.
是对的。
So Salamat is right. Salamat in Chinese sounds like, are you dead?
打都是什么意思？
Tatu.
打都是 number one，
Satu is number 1.
英文就是 number one 的意思。打都，打住，
Satu.
打住，
No.
打住是 number one 是吧？Om Maha Prati Saddo Soha Saddo 其实就是菩萨，
Satu
发音也是菩萨。
means bodhisattva. Sattva, Sato, Sattva.
这个音哦，真的是，Om 阿达阿玛达杜索哈。
Om Adharma Tatu Soha.
Satu, satu,
Yeah.
satu.
One in Indonesian is Satu.
所以还是差一点。
The Guru taught me that too. So that's a slight difference.
Om 阿达尔玛 ，Om 阿达尔玛达杜索哈。师父教我是这样子，Om
That's how my Guru taught me.
索哈。啊，你们
Om Adharma Tatu Soha.
Satu。哦，两个都对。哦，法界。哦，怪不得师父他教我，两名和尚是这样子教。Om 阿达尔玛达杜索哈。
The Venerable Mang Liao Ming taught me Om Adharma Tatu Soha.
他是
When I chanted that,
上师啊，
Master Lien Yen from Indonesia told me,
达杜这个音就是第一耶。
when you chanted that too, that's number 1. No, but that's I thought that's
很多音呐、啊。
no, but that too means mandala
咒音，
or realm.
这个印尼的发音是这样。
But the pronunciation in Indonesia is closer to the Pali. Mantra pronunciation in Indonesian is very nice. So Indonesian songs sound like mantra chanting.
所以，告诉
So Indonesians, when Indonesians speak, sound like they're chanting mantras. That's why Selamat is right.
音哦，有时候用心在念，
So
心在念。
for pronunciation, if you put your heart into chanting it,
本来是想说要改成 Om Brom，
I was going to change it to Om Brum.
普方上是叫我
But I thought because my guru, Master Bufang, taught me Om Bulin,
就有功德。
as long as you follow what's being taught by your guru, that would generate merits.
然后我们再谈这个善意菩萨啊，
Now, let's talk about
阿弥陀佛的
Bodhisattva of good intent. It's 507.
大讲，
Bodhisattva Good Intent said,
什么叫善意菩萨呢？
what does it mean?
善解人意的菩萨。
Bodhisattva Good Intent is a bodhisattva that can understand
人意的菩萨
that
他能够了解
can understand the mind of sentient beings.
善解人意的菩萨，
So
意菩萨
they can understand
懂得人
the mind of
就叫善意菩萨。
human beings.
生死涅槃为二，
So that's called
生死性则无
Bodhisattva Good Intent, who said, life and death and nirvana are two. If one sees the nature of life and death, then there is no life and death. There is no bondage, liberation, no birth, no cessation. Understanding this is to enter the Dhamma gate of non-duality. Life and death, everyone, every human being
解到佛法以后，
experience
化解到
birth and death.
原来没有生死。
But when you truly comprehend Buddha Dhamma, you would know that it turns out there are no birth and death, because Buddha Dhamma talks about birthlessness. When there is no birth, how can there be death?
因为你知道这
How
个
come
世界上
there is no birth?
就是一个幻啊，
Because you know the world is illusory. It's just an illusion. It's fake.
这个娑婆世界本来就是一个假的世界啊。
The Saha world is a fake world. It's not a real world.
我们人活在这世界上，认为是有这个世界，我们有这个人，
Humans living in this world think that the world exists and humans exist. The Vajra Sutra already states that there is no phenomena of self, no phenomena of others, no phenomena of sentient beings, no phenomena of lifespan. So all existences are marvelous existences with true inherent emptiness. So existence is emptiness.
道理啊。
So if you can comprehend Buddha Dharma, then you would understand the concept of true emptiness. Because the Saha world is really is basically illusory. Therefore, the Saha world doesn't exist. So how can there be births? How can there be births or lives and deaths?
你就学到无声。
So when you practice samadhi or meditation, then in Zen Buddhism, you would learn birthlessness.
随
And since it is unborn, then you just live your life following your affinity.
就缘分去度众生。
And you follow your affinity to deliver sentient beings.
所以有的讲说，哎，我故意
So some say,
卢师尊说法，
when Grandmaster gives Dharma teachings,
我不没有来了。
I don't want to come. I intentionally not go. But that's irrelevant to me.
我也不是我，你也不是你，
Because I am not I, and you are not you, and sentient beings are not sentient
有
beings.
什么关系？
So what does it matter?
所以你要了解到什么是
So we need to understand what birth and death are.
例如
That's just a fake
你生死
phenomena,
回，我死了，
like
其实就等于换一个方法。
your reincarnation, life and death. So when I die, it's the same as changing my house,
新的方法，
because this house has been used for too long and broken. So just take in a new house, start again. It's as simple as changing clothes. How can there be birth and death? There is no such
能够
thing.
理解到，
If you can understand that,
或这世界上
then you can see through
换了，昨
that the world is just like a dream and like an illusion.
不会去执着，也不会有烦恼，
You will not be attached or afflicted, and without attachment and without afflictions, that's nirvana.
所以这个《维摩诘经》里面所讲的道理。
So the concepts, the principles spoken in the Vimalakirti Sutra, what is the non-duality? That life and death is nirvana. Afflictions is bodhi. Anger, greed, and delusion is Buddha Dharma. Mara is Buddha. These are all the Dharma gate of non-duality. It's only spoken or stated in the Vimalakirti Sutra. There are no differences among them.
涅槃是什么？
What is nirvana?
极尽。
That's extinction, serenity, complete
你真的到了无
serenity. If you reach the heaven of non-returning,
谓的无不还天，
there are 5 non-returning heavens in the heavenly
中
realm.
有一个叫无想天。
One of them is called the heaven of no thought.
没有
There are no thoughts, no actions there.
他不会再来娑婆世界，
They would not come to the Saha world again
也不会到哪一个境界去。
and will not go to other realms. They just stay in that heaven of no thought, no, the heaven of no thinking. So that's nirvana. No action at all there.
涅槃
And that is called
一
nirvana.
样，完全
That's why it's called extinction. It's nirvana. So, without sound and basically non-existent.
跟涅槃是两。
So birth and death and nirvana are two, because with birth and death you're still in samsara, transmigration, reincarnation.
你就不用轮回。
And once you enter nirvana, you don't have to be reincarnated, but you also have no
学佛的人
no function, no action at
菩
all.
萨讲，
But according to the Bodhisattva of good
因
understanding,
为没有生嘛，没有生就没有。
we don't abide in birth and death because there is no birth, therefore there is no death. We also don't dwell in nirvana.
就自己的本身
We just follow our own affinities to benefit sentient beings.
这个就是菩萨
That is
善意
called a
善
bodhisattva,
解，
or bodhisattva of good understanding. A bodhisattva who understand the mind of sentient beings.
没有生死，
He said,
也不住涅槃，
birth and death don't exist,
也没有死，
and you also don't dwell in
这
nirvana.
个就是不二法。
That is the Dharma gate of non-duality.
佛教里面很高的一个境界，
This is a very high realm in Buddhism called the Dharma gate of
我们
non-duality.
不住第一，也不住第二，
We don't abide in one or two,
随缘
neither one nor two. We just deliver sentient beings following our affinities, without afflictions, without
没
attachments.
有烦恼，跟没有执着，
I'm close to that now.
不管。
No afflictions, no attachments, and I don't care for anything.
我是 I don't care，I don't care，I don't care，没有自己生病，那不过是一时
I don't care.
一时的现象，
When I was sick, that's just a phenomena of a moment. If it can be cured, it can be cured. If it cannot, then just be it.
治啊，不能
Let it be it. So if it can be cured, sure. If not, let it be. I still continue giving Dharma teaching and delivering sentient
简
beings.
单的小姐
And the lady who is
练回春丹田，
making elixir, rejuvenation elixir for Grandmaster.
很好，我也很感谢。
If you complete it,
20岁
I would be great
还在
and
练，
I would become 20 years old. But if you
我也没有
don't
生也没有死，
and you continue training, it's okay because I have no birth and no death.
我比别人还
So
一点。
whatever age you say I am, that's it. but I'm slightly better than others. I'm 80, and most people are no good, but I'm still okay.
大家也不知道我什么型，这也是鼓手。
You don't know what I'm talking about, and yet you clap.
我告诉你啊，我的
Let me tell you.
比我以前的20岁还行。
My 80 years old is better than my past 20 years old.
20岁的
I've said that.
真的是
When I was 20, I was so dumb,
又蠢又笨，
so
不知道什么都不懂。
dumb and did not understand anything.
终于懂了。
And when I reached 80, I understood. Oh, that's what it does.
好多的青春年华。
And I miss so much of my youth.
总是
But
到
not
最后
really.
你能够醒悟过来，
But when
知道
eventually you can be awakened and you know that
也没有涅槃。
in fact there are no birth and death and there is no nirvana,
重
and you just help and benefit sentient beings according to affinities.
对不对？
Only then are you a true bodhisattva.
别
Otherwise, if you have discrimination, differentiation, that's not a bodhisattva.
所谓这个三种
Bodhisattvas
布施财，
have three things.
布施
Or there are three kinds of giving. You're giving wealth, giving dharma,
最后一个是
and the last one is giving fearlessly.
什么叫无畏施？
Why is it called giving fearlessly? Because you don't discriminate
你讨厌，
equally.
我非常讨厌这个人，
Even when you despise someone,
帮助他，
you still help them and benefit them.
没有区别。
No difference.
为什么
No difference. How can you do that? Because you understand.
你要做一个菩萨，
You want to be a bodhisattva.
财施、法施，
And so you want to give wealth, give dharma, and give fearlessly.
财一命，
Some people are very tight-fisted
拿他1块钱就等于割他的肉，
and they treat wealth as if it's their life. Just to get $1, as if you cut a flesh from them. But wealth belongs to sentient beings.
你这你
When you're still alive in this illusory realm, there's some use, but
没有用。
when there's no realm, there's
法施，
no use.
我们也不注依法，
So giving dharma,
众生，法施，
and we don't stress it, but we
这个
do
去教
all our best to help sentient beings,
无畏施，
to teach sentient beings what we understand, and giving fearlessly, giving equally,
没有恨，是
without grudges or hatred
无畏施。
or discrimination, and giving equally. That's giving fearlessly.
严格讲起来，这个就是属于不二法，渐渐
So strictly speaking, that's considered Dhamma gate of non-duality. When you gradually step onto the Dhamma gate of non-duality, then you have no differentiation. This was spoken by Bodhisattva good understanding,
大家
that both death and nirvana are two, as seen by most people, by all people.
无生
But if one sees the nature of birth and death, then there is no birth and death.
知道，根本
If you truly comprehend
被当作
birth and death, then you know that fundamentally there are no birth and death.
如果是这样子解的话，就是
So
不二。
you are non-arising and non-ceasing, and no bondage, no liberation. If you understand this, you have entered the Dhamma gate of non-duality. So we are not bound by anybody.
就是这样的。
We are not held bondage.
不被任
So it is. And you're not held bondage by anything.
随缘度化众生。
You just deliver and transform sentient beings according to affinities. That's a very high realm.
小明对老婆讲：“你生日到了，你喜欢什么？”
Xiaoming told his wife, your birthday is coming up. What would you like? I will buy it for you.
我就暗示了。
And the wife loves expensive, beautiful watches. And she said, I like to look beautiful. I like something, but I have something on my fingers, on my ears, on my neck,
用得到的东西，
which is like rings, earrings, and necklaces, but just something that I can use. She did not say it.
脖子上用得到的东西吧。
Just
那一天，小明就送给老婆一块肥皂。
something that I can use on my ears, on my neck, on my fingers. And then Xiaomi, on her birthday, gave her soap.
男的跟女的发简讯，男的发的
The man sent text to the woman, and it said, I like you. And the woman said,
你做我的太阳吗？
are you willing to be my son? And the man said,
我愿意，
yes,
高兴。
very happy, gladly.
回答。
And the woman
那
said,
请你跟我保持1.5亿的公里。
so then maintain 1.5 kilometers from me, a distance from me.
有一个年轻人问大师，
A young man asked the great master,
读完了大学，
I have completed college and I'm
有什么
at the lower level of the society. So what use is schooling?
只有读过书的人，
And the great master said,
自己是
only the educated ones would know that you're at the lowest level of the society.
未来国家未来的主人。
But if you don't study, then you think that you're the future owners of the country.
阿弥陀佛。
Papa, ang mani pa ni home.